the beginning of another week. Good morning, boys and girls. It's Monday, the 27th of April 2020. Welcome along to this morning's United Kingdom talk. We've got the raffle coming up a little bit later on, boys and girls. Okay, looking forward to that. I wonder who's going to win our exclusive fridge magnet this morning. Who's it going to be? Didn't sleep too well last night. Don't know why. Never a reason. You know why? Sometimes you sleep. And I was only saying to my mate last night on the phone after I finished a show that I'd been sleeping quite well. And then last night I slept. And then I woke up. I had a little bit of a tickly cough last night, I have to say, when I woke up. And every time you coughed, it you know, just, you know what I mean? It's a little squiggle like that, which just has disappeared again this morning. And I think you cough in this present climate. You have a little bit of a cough, and then straight away you think, oh my God, I've got the coronavirus, don't you? Am I right? I think that is the case. I'm sure that is the case. Anyway, good morning, gang. Boris is back. He's back in the house. There I was watching the news this morning. It was around about 5 to 9, I think, and they kept cutting to pictures of number 10 Downing Street, somewhere where I haven't been invited. Can you believe that? You know, you'd think they'd want someone like me round there to do the occasional interview or something like that, wouldn't you? Eh? But no, not invited. Never mind. He was out there doing his speech. I thought it was an absolutely brilliant speech he did this morning. Very, very rallying. This is the thing we want to hear. None of this wishy-washiness going on, dear. He speaks and you listen. You know, well, I do anyway. You perhaps one or two of you don't know. Oh, don't like Boris. I thought he was brilliant this morning. The Sun have already got the story in there. They were very quick off the mark, I have to say. Boris Johnson warned today about British people against lockdown impatience. That is where you're fed up sitting at home and you want to go out and do your shopping. Well, you know what? Sometimes I think some of these people, and they go on and on about it, don't they? And I think to myself, well, okay, go out then. Go out, and if you die, you die. It's up to you. Up to you. Entirely up to you. Go out, take the risk if you want, but don't come running to us if you end up in hospital. That's how I feel about that, personally. I don't know how you feel. In a rallying cry from outside number 10, the PM warned the nation he would refuse to risk a second wave of cases by lifting restrictions too soon, which is exactly what I've been saying. You know, you can't lift this thing too soon. You've got to be sure that certain things are working. We had a massive drop in numbers yesterday, didn't we? But I think that's been happening kind of at the weekends. Perhaps it's the way they count the numbers or whatever. And of course, those. I mean, if you're in one of those elderly people's homes, I wouldn't want to be there at the moment. Anyway, so brilliant speech from Mr. Johnson this morning. We had on the television, on the news last night, old Alan Titchmarsh. Do you know Alan Titchmarsh? He goes around digging up gardens, digs up plants, bulbs. Gardening expert Alan Titchmarsh. And he weren't happy at all yesterday on the telly. I can't remember what programme. It was either on the news or one of those country type programmes. And he was saying, and he's actually got a point. He's actually got a point. If we've got like B&Q open and supermarkets open, why not garden centres? Now, you could argue, of course, that garden centres are not essential, and I don't suppose they are, really. You know, the fact that you haven't been able to go out and buy a few geraniums or a few little busy lizards. Do you like busy lizards? My mum used to love busy lizards. She loved busy lizards. Really love busy lizards. You can't go out and buy those at the moment, you know, and I don't suppose that's a terrible thing. I usually at this time I start buying a load of sort of bedding plants or something like that and doing mum and dad's grave up. But doing mum and dad's grave up in Putney, but you know, not possible to do that at the moment. But he did have a point actually when he was saying that. And he says that if you've got the supermarkets open and B&Q, but not the garden centres, when you think about it, most garden centres, you go through a sort of shop area, don't you? And then out the back. And then like there's this massive area where all these wonderful plants are going. Me and my mate used to go there all the time. Not last year, but before that. We were in a garden centre once, twice a week. We used to go round to different garden centres. I mean, they'd all have the same plants, but in different areas. And indeed, when I was going up in Lincolnshire, where my caravan is, I was once a week, I'd go out with either myself or my sister. and her husband, and we go in garden centres. There was one in particular up there, I can't remember what it was called now, and they had a wonderful place where you could eat as well, restaurant type area and all that. And it was fantastic. I love going around garden centres. Like I said, they all sell the same stuff. There's the rose bushes, but they're in a different place, and it's quite nice to just go round and smell and touch the leaves and all that. And his point was that, of course, they've got these massive areas out the back. It must be a lot easier. And also the sort of people you get in garden centres as well. That makes a difference as well. It's got to be easier to keep people at a distance from each other in a garden centre than it is in a supermarket, isn't it? I mean, there are particular supermarkets that are worse than it than others. And I have to say, even though I shop there myself, Aldi is one. Aldi's one of them. You see fights in there. Dreadful people, some of them. Absolutely ghastly. Not everyone. There's some decent people in there, possibly like you, possibly like me. And there are other people in there, they are just awful people, and they won't be told anything. I'll do what I want sort of people. I've seen a fight, I've seen fights in Aldi. But he did have a point with that, with the garden centres. It's got to be easier to keep people at a distance, isn't it, really? What else have we got here? The Nightingale Hospital, people are moaning about that. I think this is the one in Birmingham because they haven't treated the left are out in force on Twitter on this one. Oh yes, they're out in force. Oh, we've spent all that money building a hospital and they haven't even treated anyone. They can't see that is a good thing. It's just beyond me how people cannot see how something like that. So they've built a hospital, they've spent a small fortune building a hospital, but no one's gone in there because they haven't had to use it. Now, can you imagine those same people if that hospital wasn't there and we ran out of beds? Stupid thickos. They really are, aren't they? It's a good thing that they haven't had to use that hospital. Anyway, so that's the Nightingale Hospital. What else have we got here? Oh, I downloaded a new app, an NHS app. Have you got this yet? There it is. It's my new NHS app, which I've put on there. But I haven't got very far with it. What seems to happen is that I get across a question, and I thought, I do it later. So you put it down. Then when you come back to it, it's gone back to the beginning again, and you have to start all over again. One of the things that you have to do is identify yourself by taking a picture of your passport. And you think that would be such an easy thing to do, wouldn't you? Just take a picture of your passport, yeah? Every time I put this blooming thing down and I took a photo, sometimes with the flash, sometimes not with the flash, this white mark would come back at me from the photo, obscuring some of the little letters and numbers. You can't win, dear. That was and because, of course, on that bit of the passport is plastic. What they cover, presumably so that dodgy people can't change anything on it, I suppose. And there's this bit of plastic on there. So every time you take a photo, it flashes back at you, even with the flash off. So I don't know what the answer to that is. Perhaps go into a shaded area and make sure the flash is off and try it like that. Or they want to know everything about you, dear. Yeah, I've got secrets, dear. I've got secrets here. I might not want to reveal them to them. It's outrageous. So that's the NHS app I've downloaded. The bingo last night. Very good bingo last night. Now, who won? Can't remember who won. But he's in Florida, in the US. And at first he said, I'll have a clock. I said, okay. It might have to wait a while. Then he changed his mind and he said he wanted a T-shirt. So he's going to have a white, large T-shirt. Frank, that was it. He was going to have a white, large T-shirt. So I shall arrange the sending of that. I'm hoping that I'll be able to find someone like with the stuff I send here to pick it up. I wouldn't have to do it with that. I really... I don't know how I'm going to do that. I suppose I'll weigh it, then buy postage and maybe just post it in a post box. Anyway, looking into that, because I haven't actually done that yet. I mean, I've sent stuff obviously from here to UK, and clocks. A bloke from Hermes come and picks them up, and that seems to work quite well, I have to say. So I'll be arranging that a little bit later. All your stuff that you won last night, and Steph's stickers. Steph bought some stickers last night. They'll all be going in the post shortly after the show today. I shall be going on my bicycle ride down to the sorting office, which will be my exercise for the day. Very important exercise for the day, gang. What else have we got here? That's that one. Rachel, I think, is probably pleased that the hat still hasn't gone. We've still got plenty of hats, Rachel. I'm sure she's there. Haven't come to your messages yet. I'll come to those in a moment. Okay. Rachel, 1, 2, 3. We still got 3. We got 3 of those. We've still got 3 of these hats. Still got 3 of those hats. Rachel was hoping to win one of those at some point. We got the other hats. We got these things, and so they'll all go in. But yes, Frank selected a T-shirt last night, so we've still got, I think we've got 3 or 4 clocks left, so plenty of clocks, which will make some of you very happy, my darlings. I know there's some of you that want one of the clocks, all right? Oh, yes, I thought I'd forgotten to take my pills yesterday morning. When I finished the show last night, went downstairs, found them, and the Sunday compartment was empty. Okay, so clearly I did take those. Sunday compartment was empty, so I clearly did take those. Thank you, those of you that were worrying. I know you're worried out of your skulls, aren't you, sometimes? Worried out of your skulls. So that's that. And also after the show, I'm putting some medicines back in the cupboard. Now, how many of you have come across this? I had non-prescription type things just at the back of the cupboard there, which just sat there, you know, pills for Seneca, something like that. There was those, and there was an athlete's foot cream, and some other tablets of various different types. And I thought, I'll just go through these and see which ones are out of date. All of them. Badly. We're talking 3 years. I thought, how has 3 years passed and I haven't looked at these boxes of tablets? Some of those were 3, 4 years out of date. I couldn't believe it. 2016 was the oldest one. Can't remember what that was for. Literally. And there was a little thing of medicine. I don't know, cough medicine or anti-acid medicine, something like that. They were all in the back of the cupboard. I couldn't believe it. Couldn't believe it. Literally, the whole lot went in the bin. Have you got any medicines have you gone in your cupboards recently and checked your medicines? Years out of date they were. Got none left in there now. Got lovely space in the cupboard. There must have been 7 items in there that I chucked away. Shocking. It's important with sell-by dates. I think of various medicines, of course, that are made with chemicals and things like that. You see, I think some of the chemicals get stronger if they're left. You know what I mean? So you can do yourself some damage there, I tell you. One of those things there. All right. Let's have a look. So that's out-of-date medicines. Bingo. So the bingo last night went quite well. There was once again a couple of technical issues. A couple of people didn't get their tickets. Don't know why. And if you were with the bingo last night, you will understand that I think we found what the problem is. However, my brother-in-law mentioned you need to find a programmer. And I have done so. I've joined a site where you can rent a coder, basically. A coder is someone who makes computer programs. I have no idea what they do or how they do it. I'll be honest, I haven't really got any interest in anything like that. But I've registered with a site, so I'm looking for someone to write a bingo program and an email sender on there. So we'll see how that comes back. I haven't actually checked that this morning. I was talking to someone online. They're who was in Australia. Bloke online, who I think he runs the site actually, and he tries to match you up with who he thinks would be the correct person for you. I know there was already 3 bids on there. That the dearest, which was for £566. I don't think so. I'm not spending that on a programme that I use free of charge and not charging it. It would be different if you were all paying £10 a ticket, but we're not going to go down the charging. We can't anyway. I think you can charge up to £1. Otherwise, you get involved with all the licensing restrictions and all that business, which I don't want any of that. But we don't want to charge for the bingo if we can help it. So, I mean, I've got a kind of figure, which I won't tell you. I've got a figure in my mind which I'm kind of prepared to spend on having a bingo programme written, but we'll see how we go on with that. So that was that. Then I did some polishing up here. I know, polishing. That would have been 11 o'clock at night. I was doing my polishing. Watched part of a film. It's not grabbing my... it's all right, but it's not grabbing my attention enough to sit there and watch it, you know, and not move from there. Called Bye Bye Man, which is a horror movie. 2 nights I've been trying to watch that now. I've managed about 30 to 40 minutes each night. Such a short attention span. And that's it. By the way, how's your hair cutting going at the moment? Is it going all right? Who's cutting whose hairs? There's some wonderful stories in a lot of the papers of various people who are cutting hair. One in the Daily Mirror today. And it says, man really misses hairdresser after confident wife gives him an awful dumber haircut. And it's pretty bad, I have to say. Oh, that's a bit dark, isn't it? Let's go back to that one. Why is that so dark? Oh, I know what I did earlier. I set up the cameras with that light on accidentally, and rather than just the studio lights. Anyway, a husband has ended up with a rather amusing hairstyle after trusting his wife to give him a bit of a trim during quarantine. Now, I've got to say, I think mine's pretty good. Mine is due another one, which I'll be doing. I'm going to try, this time, using my cam... Where on earth has all that come from? That looks like some sort of disease there, doesn't it? Look, that must have come from the pen. Is that pen? Is a pen? Look, it's the Black Death, or the Green Death. Do you remember the Green Death? Doctor Who, John Pertwee, the Green Death. It says when the perils of home haircuts are something Josh Bridgend, or whatever his name is, knows only too well after letting his wife Rachel. It's not Rachel here, is it? TikTok Rachel. Oh, by the way, Rachel, yes, you've got a position now. You've got a position in our list of positions. Rachel is TikTok Queen. There we go. Rachel is TikTok Queen. I'll come to your message in a moment, gang. It says, the perils of home haircuts are something Josh knows only too well after letting his wife Rachel loose on his locks with a pair of scissors. The blokes in America thought his hair had gotten rather wild, and his partner seemed really confident after giving him a haircut, despite never having it done before in her life. Josh is a truck driver, tried to prepare by buying a proper haircutting kit online, but they'd sold out. So instead, they decided to use a beard trimmer and kitchen scissors. Now, I used a beard trimmer the first time, and the front of it was all right, but I kept missing bits at the back. So I bought a normal hair trimmer type thing, and again, but it was the same. You know, all right on the front, the back, patchy, and you're doing it like that. So I said to you the other day, I'm going to put a camera there. I'm going to put a Facebook there and have it open on my page, and then I'm going to go a Facebook Live thing behind me on a tripod, and I should then be able to see the bits I'm missing. So that will be another live show for you to look forward to, boys and girls, but that one will be on Facebook, okay? The bloke's 28 years old. He started watching a YouTube video about how to fix bad haircuts. But despite Rachel's efforts to reverse what she'd done, it was too late, with Josh ending up sporting a hilarious Dumb and Dumber type of haircut. I've just noticed my voice isn't quite there today, is it? It's a little bit croaky, isn't it? Have you noticed that? The cough's not there. Cough's not there at all today, is it? He said, my usual local barber has been closed, so my hair has been getting a bit long. It's awful, this haircut he's done. My wife actually was the one to mention it, and she suggested having a go at cutting it for me. I knew the barber wouldn't be opening anytime soon, so I figured I'd let her take a whack at it. She seemed really confident about it. She went in by shaving the side of my head and started cutting the top with scissors. But midway, she started giggling to herself and then began laughing so hard she couldn't talk. Then I realised something was really wrong. I burst into laughter when I looked into the mirror. Oh, you've got to laugh at yourselves, gang. Some people are just so serious all the time, aren't they? You know, mistakes happen. God, some people get so upset when mistakes happen and things. After sending pictures of his disastrous haircut to his friends and family, Josh has been inundated with jokes about how he looked like Jim Carrey from the movie Dumb and Dumber. Others also compared his new look to the character Mo from the Three Stooges. I don't know that one. Oh, yes. Yeah, that rings a bell, the Three Stooges. I'm not sure if I've seen it or not. Can you see that door there? Just push that. There we go. Before Rachel cut my hair, I was thinking my wife giving me haircuts could save us money. But I'll definitely be going back to my hairstylist when they reopen. So there we are. Well, it does look awful. How are you getting on with your haircuts, incidentally? Let's have a look at what you're saying this morning, all right? A very good morning to Rachel. Your videos are great. Oh, you talked to LaBelle there. Let's scroll up to the top and see if we can see people. Good morning to Paul and Lou, Mike Rees-Ponto, Dr. Gregorian. Yes, you asked twice for that ticket. You were given one last night. Check back in your emails if you can't find it there. I got another email from you. You asked last night while the show was on, and you got a ticket. And then you asked again this morning. So presumably you can't find the email or something. You got a ticket last night. Yes, that's quite right, yeah. Morning to Diane Jebb. Hello to you. Fran Green. Colin Coates. Hello, sir. Good morning to David Fryer. Thinks he's doing a wonderful job. Boris, I do. I thought that speech was excellent. That's what we want. Someone rousing, dear. Not someone pathetic people on there, you know. Pathetic people talking all the time. Michael Lawrence. Morning. Jason Hughes. Excuse me. Hello to Colin Kay. I've done Paul and Lou. There's Rachel. Adrian Richardson. Morning. Hello to Claire. Gavin Bass. Fran, I think I might. Often I read names twice because I can't remember what I've read. Thank you very much. Who else is there? Let's just scroll down the names so we can read out the names. Good morning, Gary Davidson. Hello to you. There's young Sean Pye. Morning, Sean. You got a ticket last night on the email. I hope you do that. By the way, if you ask by email, I'm not going to do those while we're doing the show now. I always do them after now because it saves a little bit of time there. Morning to Michael Polman. Hello. Springfield's Bay Trees Garden Centre. Love going around those. Yeah, I mean, they're big places, aren't they, Rachel? That whole social distance, and it's got to be easier in a garden centre than it is in an enclosed shop, isn't it? I mean, when you think about it, it has to be. Good morning to the lovely LaBelle, your emerald-eyed Prince of Spring, in the house today. Morning, LaBelle, my darling. She does wonderful TikTok videos. I would say, out of all of us, LaBelle does beautiful TikTok videos. If you see what I mean, because you can just see the beautifulness. I can't explain why I say that. Hers are beautiful TikTok videos. Mine are more sort of comic. Rachel's, I think, would agree. Rachel's are comic as well. LaBelle's are beautiful. And they really are. The colours that she uses are just fantastic. Good morning to Shania Steele, head of the Catholic Church on the Isle of Wight. Good morning to you, my darling. There's a lot of thickos around LaBelle. There really is, darling. Just open your newspapers. You'll see them on there. Or even better than that, Twitter. Rude people on there. Good morning to Mari. Hello to you. You did miss the shimmy music last night, LaBelle. Sorry, darling. Mike Rees-Ponto, Nightingale Hospitals are temporary. They're set up as an overflow if needed. Isn't it a good thing they haven't had to use them? Yes, of course. But, the hard left don't see it like that. They just moan anyway, dear. I don't listen to them. I ain't got the time for them. Even when they put a message, if they put a message and I've put something up and it's just, and I think, I just take it off now. Can't be bothered with them. It's pointless trying to reason with these people, I tell you. Where are we now? Just a second, darling. Mike's got the NHS app. Very good when set up. I can see my whole medical history. It's not always a good idea. No. Sometimes you don't want to know, Mike. When I was last in what was it now? When I twisted my ankle, wasn't it? When I twisted my ankle, I went to this hospital because the doctor, it was about a week or so later. And I was getting funny. I didn't know it was longer than that. It was about 2 or 3 weeks later. I was getting funny feelings going up my legs. So I went and saw the doctor. He said, no, I want you to go down to Casualty and just get that checked out. I want to rule out, what's it called? DVT. A blockage. I can't remember what it was. Doesn't matter anyway. And that. So I went there and I did this blood test. And he gave me this envelope. And in this envelope was all bits about it. So I'm sitting there, Casualty. 4 hours, just under 4 hours, they called me in. But that's okay. I understand that. I don't complain. Not like some of these people in there. 2 minutes they've been sitting there. When am I going to get seen? Little Charlie is very ill at the moment and he needs to see a doctor now. And then he's sitting there with a cut finger. You know the sort. If little Charlie was seriously ill, he would have gone straight in there, mate. Stupid people. Impatient. Like these people, they want to go out now. Oh, we want to go back down the shops. We don't care if we die. Well, fine, go. Go, just go. Go. The world will be a better place. Go then. No patience whatsoever, some people, have they? Thank you for your patience this morning in waiting for the show. It was a bit late this morning. I didn't wake up till 8:30, 8:45, and then Boris was speaking. Anyway, so I went in there and I'm sitting there with this envelope. I wonder what's in this. Well, I opened it, didn't I? Wish I hadn't. It said I had stage 3 kidney disease. Well, I never knew that. I never knew. So, of course, this would be like 10 o'clock at night. There's no one for me to contact now and say, well, hang on a minute, what's all this here? And next morning, straight away, I sent an email to my specialist. And he said, okay, let me have a look at your thing. He said, no, you came here first 11 years ago. It's just gone down a tiny little bit since then. So it was then, because I didn't go in with my little condition thing, I didn't go straight into the hospital. So all that time I didn't go in, it was damaging my kidneys, this thing, right? Okay? Please don't ask what it is. And so it got to that point there. And then when I went in hospital, then I started taking all these pills and they kind of leveled it off. So if your kidneys work there, mine probably work there, right? So that was 10 years ago, 11 years ago. Okay? And they're now there. All right? If they were there and it was now there, then we know there's a problem. Okay? But it wasn't. So they were there when I went in because I didn't go in quick enough. I just ignored something. Ignored. Worst thing you do. And so they're now kind of there. But that's a normal thing with age. So that put your mind at risk. Your mind at ease. So that's what all that was. So not always a good idea to look at your records. Bury your head in the sand, Mike Reese Ponto. Claire, my local garden centre, are delivering a load of plants to me today. I left a message and they called me back yesterday to take the order. Enterprising companies will pull through. That's brilliant, Claire. Yeah, brilliant. I mean, I'd love to go for a walk around a garden centre at the moment, but none open, That's how it is. If they were open, would I go? Probably not, to be honest. But I could order stuff, couldn't I? I could order stuff, I suppose, really, when I think about it. Let's just scroll down. Good morning to Adam the plumber. Morning, Adam. Mick Davenport, good morning to you. Hello to Park Nest. Greetings. That's all right, LaBelle. We always like videos that we like. Rachel is, of course, now TikTok queen. Rachel is TikTok queen. She now has a position in my list of people. Mandy Davenport of there, of course, head of pain and suffering on this channel. There she is. There she is. All right. Can you set up the NHS app if you don't have a passport? Yeah, I think driving licence as well. Thing is, so you have to take a photo of it, right? And then send that up. But then if you go back to it later, you have to take another one and say, so I'm going to have to do it a third time. And then it takes you to another thing. And you have to record this little video on your phone and you speak to it and it comes up with a number. You have to say the number to the video. So the number of codes, let's say 8888. So you start your video, say 8888. And then you push this button, then it says watch it back so you can see yourself clearly. And then you push a button and it sends the video of you up. Isn't it weird? Anyway, it is a bit of an effort to set the thing up, but I'm sure it's very, very useful once you've done it. Yeah, beautifulness. Absolutely, beautifulness. Oh, I like all the love hearts. That's nice. We like a few love hearts. Good morning to Alan Wainwright. Kieran is in the house as well. Morning, Kieran. Any texts coming in this morning? Let's have a look. Peter Wright, good morning. Ask at the post office to weigh the item. I don't want to go to post offices, Peter. I don't go to post office. I keep away from as many people as possible. At the moment, I have no contact with anyone. Don't want the virus. Thank you very much. All right. What else have we got here? Let's check the emails as well. And then I think we'll do the raffle. We'll do the raffle this morning, all right? Receipt for deposit. Oh, that's Freelancer. Freelancer, that was the site I've applied to with the bingo program. Also, a couple of you have been suggesting things as well to do with the bingo program. Terry, I don't know if Terry's with us this morning or not, has been suggesting things as well there. Right. Okay, gang, let's do the raffle this morning. And then we'll do some stories. Don't forget there'll be raffle tickets coming out tomorrow, later on in the show as well today for next week's raffle. And I think, have we got a super draw this week? What's the date? 27? Yes, we got a super draw on Thursday. What is a super draw? That is all the tickets in here that have been collected this month. All right, all the tickets each week, we do a super draw. Then we empty this into there, right? So each week we do a normal raffle. That's in here, okay? The raffle ticket gets pulled and then all these tickets go into that one, right? And then we do a super draw at the end of the month for an extra one of these. So this week, two of these will be going out. I mean, it just gets better and better, doesn't it, eh? It just gets better and better. Okie doke, gang. Let's mix up these tickets. They're all the same colour this week, like a turquoise coloured ticket. From next week, for added excitement, boys and girls, for added excitement this week, right? From next week, I'm not going to tell you what names are on the back of the tickets. All right? So we will be calling a bingo number. We'll only be calling a number. And then it's up to you to claim. Just like the bingo. It'll be up to you to claim. If no one claims, then we don't pick another ticket. We only pick one ticket a week. So from next week, you're going to have to start writing down your bingo tickets. All right? And I won't be reading the name. I will, of course, know who's got that ticket, but I won't be reading it to you. For added excitement. You see? See how I build the excitement up more and more and more? So 5 people had a heart attack last week. They were so excited. I'm so excited, and I just can't hide it. I know, I want you. See? More and more excitement. This is better than going down to Tesco's on a Friday afternoon. Much more exciting. There we are. Right, we're doing these now. Adam, have you any idea on TikTok what the presents are? It looks like you buy them for... Any idea on TikTok what the presents are? It looks like you buy them for 99 pence. Oh. I haven't even seen them, to be honest. I haven't even seen them. LaBelle's got a question that maybe you can help me about devices that I can stream on. Shall I send a message? Yes, send us a little message, LaBelle, and I'll look at that for you and see if I can assist you. All right? I'm sure there'll be a way, Peter. There'll be a company that will pick it up from here, the same as I do the others. Right, are you ready, darlings? Now, don't forget, gang, from today, you need to take a note of your raffle tickets and claim if you win. I'm not going to read out the names from this week until someone claims, and then I'll let you know who it is then. All right? Okay, here we go. Paul and Lou, am I the only one that's never won? Oh, no. No, there's lots of people who haven't won. I'm mixing these up really well today, as you can see. Anyone else who hasn't won, please put a little message on there, because Paul and Lou are feeling lonely about this. They've never won a thing, not in their entire lives. But you've won each other, Paul and Lou. Surely that means something to you, my loves. Look, there's no one here. Just little old me. Little old me. Little old me. Are you ready? Are you ready? Here we go, boys and girls. Where's me drum roll? Drum roll, standing by. Here we go. Oh, no, hang on, wrong one. Oh, imagine doing that and not getting a super track. Here comes the drum roll. Who's going to win today? We have one ticket there. Excellent. One ticket. There we are. Ticket number 353. 353. And ticket number 353 is a filthy peasant. You have won the raffle. Is he with us today? A filthy peasant? Who is a filthy peasant? I don't know what his name is. Okay, a filthy peasant is our winner today, boys and girls. Ticket number 353. Okay? So there we are. Congratulations to a filthy peasant. You win one of our exciting fridge magnets. If you are with us and you can get that email to me like before the end of the show, I can post that today because I should be making a special trip to the delivery office. Oh, yes. So these all go in here now, you see, right? They all go in there, ready for that super draw on Thursday. I will be letting you know on the super draw who wins. I'll give you the name. But from now, gang, you need to take a note of your numbers. And for added excitement, oh, I can just see it now. The excitement you will have in future on a Monday, where you search the house from top to bottom looking for that little scrap of paper that you've written your note numbers on. And you can't find it, can you? You can't find it. Oh, well. That's what it's all about. Added excitement, boys and girls. Alrighty. Was Mandy 252? What was the one? 353 was the winner. Oh, yes, there's an awful lot of these going out, incidentally. An awful lot of tickets going out now. I have to tell you, some idiot, who was it? Some idiot last week, honestly. I think one day he got like ticket number 9, say for example, 982, right? And then on the next show, he got ticket number 16. So straight away fires off an email. How does that happen then? What, you've got ticket number 987, and this week I've got ticket number 16. Like, like I'm making it up as we go along. It didn't occur to this person that we might have finished a book and moved on to another one. This is the sort of thing I have to deal with on here. Never mind. Alan looks forward to his fridge magnet from my bingo last night. He's just got a baseball hat to go for a complete set. Yes. Was that a recent number? 353. What are we on now? No, not that recent, because when we start today, we're starting on 396. So I would say that was probably given out on Friday or Saturday, I would say. I reckon Friday or Saturday that one went out that particular ticket there. So, good. Rachel, again, you kept me up last night. How many TikTok videos are you doing? Rachel's particularly good at things like vampires, and there's a very, very dark side. I know there is, Rachel. There's a very, very dark side to you, isn't there, my dear? But it kept me amused for hours. I think that's why I'm not sleeping. Rachel's keeping me up with her TikTok videos. Her and another friend of mine, who I've just got into it, his name's Jamie Brennan. If you want to follow him, can I give you his... He's just started doing them. Now, he is a young drag queen, right? His lip sync is... I'm really not very good at lip sync. I try and I just can't get the lips to move at the same time there. Let's have a look there. I'll give you... Oh, what's all those messages coming there on the Facebook? What's all that there? Oh, right, okay. Right. I don't really use the Facebook Messenger for in conjunction with the show, just the emails. Okay, if you ever want to send a question through. Now, where are we? What am I looking for? TikTok. That's it. TikTok videos. Skip. Right. Let's see his name. Followers. Is it followers? Oh no, following. Here we are. Following. Here we are. Seamus Jamie Brenner. Okay? I'm going to spell this for you. Try his, because he's quite good. He's been doing almost as many as you, Rachel. He's new on it. All right? Let's see how many followers he's got. Oh, he's got 107 followers already. That's quick, isn't it? Gosh. Oh, he's got a new one. Let's have a look at this. Oh, no. Careful, Chris. Oh, yeah. I did this one. Right, here's one of his. Ready? Right, Jay? Oh. Silly fool. I did that one. All right. So his name is. Oh, shut up. So his TikTok username is Seamus Jamie Brenner. He's an Irish lad. SHAMUS JAMIE BRENNA. That's his username. So it's like at Seamus Jamie Brenner. Kind of all one word, no spaces in there. And you can have a little look at his TikTok videos. If you haven't gone on to TikTok, and I know there's quite a few others of you on here that do the whole TikTok thing, then get on it. Even if you don't have to make videos, if you don't want to, just look at the amazing amount of talent on there, especially in particular with all the young people. They're fantastic at that. I mean, it's their thing, and some of them are getting a little bit upset at the over 50s going on there, I think. But and there's that other woman I told you about. I can't remember her name now. You know, the one with the long black hair. She's funny as well. George Bond is doing a live stream today at 12 in the afternoon. There you go. Look at that. What's your TikTok usernames? I'll add you. What, me? As in me or someone else here? I am Chris Reardon UK. Chris Reardon UK. All right, that's my TikTok name. Rachel, if you put your TikTok, just put TikTok and your username so that people can look at your ones as well. All right, and let's get together on this because it's great fun. And no video is longer than like 60 seconds. Most of them you'll find 10 to 15 seconds long, and you spend out. Be warned. It's very, very addictive. It's really addictive, TikTok. Okay? Very, very addictive. Just to let you know, tomorrow, the quiz night tomorrow, 8 o'clock is quiz time tomorrow night. I've already got the music round done. The picture round's done. Just got to sort out the questions. So that's tomorrow night, 8 o'clock. Please spread the word on the quiz night because there's no sort of limit on how many people can play. There's no prize. It's all done just for fun, and that's it. LaBelle says the kids are mad because the adults are better. I don't know if I agree with that, LaBelle. I mean, you are, but not all of us. I think the kids are really good on it. What they're good at is the dancing. They're very together. When you've got the groups of people on there doing dancing, there's a couple of groups in particular, the TikTok Chavs. Literally, TikTok Chavs, all one word. Have a look at them. That's a group of. They seem to change their numbers. Usually it's about 5, sometimes less. And they're doing this, and they do all this, and they're all together doing the dancing with the legs and the feet movement. Oh, they're fantastic to watch. Absolutely fantastic to watch. That's the TikTok Chavs. Okay, Trevor's got TikTok, but it's not letting me upload a video. Don't know why that is, my friend. Must be something. What phone are you using there, Trevor? Can we help Trevor with that, I wonder? I've not come across anyone else that's having trouble uploading stuff to there. Jason says there's some brilliant ones and some crap ones like this, like YouTube. I mean, look at this. This is crap. Why on earth are you watching this? Adam the Plumber. With TikTok, it seems that when people are live... Oh, I see. If you're live, then you can do stuff. Then you can do like a similar super chat type thing, is it? No, I won't be going live on super chat. Quite happy on the YouTube thing. You have to check which way you want to go and stick with it. Often you'll be doing something. I said this before. You're doing some sort of show or something, and people will keep making suggestions on what else to do. But at the end of the day, you've got to go with what you feel right. I think sometimes and that. Mick's got TikTok. He's too shy to be doing videos. He just watches them. Yeah, like I say, there, a lot of people will be sitting there and just watching them. Trevor's got a P30. Or what's that? Is that Huawei? Huawei. Is that Huawei? You shouldn't have a problem with Huawei, I wouldn't imagine. I wonder what you're doing wrong there, then. That's strange. What you want, Trevor? Have you got I don't know, have you got a son or a young son or a nephew or something like that could help you? They'll be able to sort it out. Someone who's about 12, just give it to them. It's true. It's true. We can't work this stuff. Evie she can unlock a phone now without the PIN code. How does she do that? She did that once to my phone. I said, I've changed the lock. And then she produces my phone and it's been unlocked. I don't know how she does it. Very, very clever. Very, very clever indeed. Right, let's do some stories here, boys and girls. We've got a load of stories here. We'll do some of these and then we'll do the tickets towards the end of the show. A COVIDiot couple. This is a new word, COVIDiot. They have people who just don't really stick to the COVID-19. What is it known? I can't remember the number now. the virus rules. They drove 300 miles from Kent to Cornwall for a mini break in a car. I mean, how stupid can you be? They're telling you not to move around. Had their car seized by a copper, unimpressed by that he broke the lockdown rules. Good. I don't think it should stop there. The car needs to be crushed. First of all, they need to be tasered. You can say I'm a little bit obsessed by tasering. First of all, these people preferably pulled over first, and then what I think should happen is that we need to go down this no talking to them policy. Then they will understand. Thick, stupid people like this need to be told properly. What they need is, could you open the window, please, sir, or step out there. As they step out of the car, taser them immediately. Don't start communicating. Taser them because they start getting a bit mouthy. They need to be tasered first, and then got out of the car. The car gets seized and it gets taken away and crushed into a small square cube and then delivered back to them. Right outside the front door so that everyone in the street can see it with a label. Car crushed for breaking lockdown rules. Big sign on it. Lit up, possibly in pink neon. We like a bit of pink neon. LaBelle, do you like pink neon? I like pink neon. This couple were found sleeping in the car before they confessed they had driven to the coast, flouting the strict restrictions protecting the country. It's for their benefit. This is the thickness of people. They don't understand that the restrictions are there for their benefit. They just don't get it. Tasering, tasering has got to happen more often. The pair were also found to have driven all that way without insurance or a driving licence. Thanks very much, Sam. Sam's sending a £2 super chat there. Thanks very much. I haven't got a wife, Sam. I haven't got a wife. I'm looking for a husband. Perhaps that could be you, Sam. Would you like to be my husband? You'll have to wait a while before we come out of lockdown. There's no meetings going on. I'm sure there probably is, but not with me. The officer who discovered them posted about the shocking find on her Twitter account, dubbed the Hungry Copper. Actually, if you go on Twitter, you can see various police forces, and they tell you what they've been doing. Oh, it's fantastic. I love it. And sometimes you get a post of a video, of some dodgy character trying to get away on a motorbike or in another car. I think there's a camera in the police, and they actually think they can outrun the cops. Don't think so, mate. And then they've got helicopters and everything. They get them. I love it. I like it when they get dragged out of the car against their will. They've just been robbing some poor pensioner or something like that. But there's not enough beatings going on, though. The police need to drag these people out of the car and beat them. They need to be beaten and tasered, and it all needs to be videoed and put up and sent to this show for increased viewers. Excellent idea. The officer discovered them, posted the Hungry Copper is the Twitter account. She wrote, found two people sleeping in a car in Falmouth. Check their details and both live in Kent and had driven down for a mini break. Driver had no insurance, no driving licence, car seized, fixed penalty notice issued for breaching the COVID-19 lockdown restrictions and staying at home as well. Yeah, that's what we like. Oh, another £2 from Sam. Are you still selling the stuff? I've got bits and pieces for sale. Yes, Sam. I have T-shirts and things like that. I don't really. If you don't mind, Sam, I've got a few stories to read here. I won't do a sales pitch at the moment. Do you want one of these? Have you got a badge? Have you got a super chat badge? You got one of those? I've got loads of these left still. They're £2. So if you want one, just pop your There you go. Just pop your address over onto there, Sam, and I'll put one in the post. But I think you've got one, or they're £2. They're £2 as well. Do you want one of those or something? Aye? If you do, just let me know on the email there. Type us in a little email. Tell us what you want, and I'll put one in there for your £2 there, or your £4, whatever. Thanks very much, okay? Trevor's off to do his TikTok. Good luck, Trevor. I hope you can get that going on there. All right? It goes on. Devon and Cornwall Police's superintendent slammed the pair as he said he struggles to comprehend the selfishness of people. And that's it. They can't do it. Some people just can't do it, can they? They really can't do it. What else is people saying there? There's Gary. There's my nephew. Hello, Gary. Hello, Gary. Gary's trying to help Trevor there, I think, with the thing. Where are we now? Rachel, I'm telling you wrong again. What? Oh, am I wrong? Hang on, what have I done? Rachel changed her TikTok name to Me Wonder Woman. Oh, is that an underscore there as well? Very important. Is that an underscore or a spelling mistake? Your TikTok username for Rachel is Me Wonder Woman. You've got to look at hers. They're great. I mean, they really are. Very, very good, Rachel. She's really good at them as well. Anyway, that's that story there. This is very worrying. In the metro today, boys and girls. In the metro this morning, shops could ban couples and close changing rooms to reopen the heights. Well, the changing rooms are going to close. I like going in those. Non-essential shops could ban couples and close down changing rooms in a bid to lower the coronavirus risk after lockdown comes to an end. Now listen, we're going to need those changing rooms once they've come to an end. You don't think you're going to be able to fit in those jeans anymore, do you? I certainly can't. £6. I've weighed myself this morning, 13 stone 6. Claire will now have a go at me, probably. It's terrible. You actually think that once we can go out shopping, God knows when that will be, months away, I expect, you can go out shopping to your local, I don't know, Super Dry or Primark or Phoenix, depending on your level of spending. You think you can go in there and pick up the same size pair of jeans that you wore in January? I don't think so. I don't think so. Christ, you'll have to go about 10 sizes up. Not only that, I like being in the changing room. There's often a little hole somewhere. You can peer through the hole and look at the person in the changing room next to you. Hours I spend in changing rooms. Hours, dear. Looking at various people coming in and out. They have to knock on the door. Excuse me, are you all right in there, sir? Yeah, I'll be all right. I'll be out in a minute. 3 hours later, they're still not... Oh, come out, sir. Come out. I'm in there looking for the little hole. If you just take out one of the screws, you can... Stores could have clearly marked entry and exit points, floor markings to ensure customers keep their distance, and cleaning stations with hand sanitizer dotted around the shop floor. In-store toilets are likely to put out of use. Well, where are we supposed to go and have a wee then? And especially with me and Rachel, with our IBS, when we have to go, we have to go. That could be terrible. Well, terrible, can't even do it in the changing rooms. On your bucket. If they're closing those, can you? Terrible. Social distancing guidelines are shared by British Retail Consortium. There is not yet a set date for when non-essential shops will open. Oh, we can't have the changing rooms not open, dear. Claire will not mock the afflicted. You can buy hi-fi bars directly from Slimming World. What's a hi-fi? Oh, those things. Delicious and only 3 cinsies. I know those, Claire. I used to eat them. My friend, Adam, used to go to Slimming World class as well. He said it did make him die on weigh-in day. You know, if you go to group. So you go to this group, they'd all be sitting there, right, queuing up to have their weigh-in. So they'd have their weigh-in, right, and then they'd go straight back over to their bags and eat 3 or 4 of those Wi-Fi bars. Hi-fi bars. Seriously. They'd have a whole box and then the class would start. The queue for the toilet at a Slimming World meeting goes out round the corner before the meeting starts. I'm telling you that now. There they are the night before, taking laxatives and stuff like that to try and get rid of every last ounce coming out, dear. Thank you, LaBelle. I'll have a look at that for you, my darling. And here's another Here's another sort of virus type story. Not too depressing. I try and choose the ones that aren't depressing. Screaming man arrested at Tesco after knocking woman down and trying to jump the queue. Here we go. It's scummy people time, boys and girls. Every day I never let you down. There's always another story of some scummy person who can't behave. Greater Manchester police were called to a Tesco store in Middleton after reports of a man behaving aggressively with a 21-year-old arrested on suspicion of theft and drug possession. A suspected thief was arrested outside a supermarket for reportedly screaming at shoppers as he tried to jump the queue before allegedly knocking a woman down. Greater Manchester police were alerted to the man behaving aggressively at Tesco stores in Middleton before a 21-year-old was taken into custody. So he's 21. Witnesses and shoppers were practising social distancing were left terrified by the man after he began raising his voice while trying to barge into the queue. I mean, we've all seen these people, haven't we? Bang them up. Tasers, dear. Tasers. We need tasers. Give all the police tasers. You're all right. You'll be fine. They don't mistakenly taser people, or if they do, it's very, very unusual. How many mistaken tasers have been set off? If you're a good person, I think most of you are. Well, most of you, not all of you are, clearly, but most of you are. You won't get tasered. Why would you get tasered? You're not doing anything wrong. These people need tasering. I think one taser is often not enough. They need to... I want to see heart attacks happening on the floor because they've been tasered so much. That's what I want to see. I'm sorry, you may feel I'm harsh, but as far as I look at it, another piece of scum no longer on the street. That's how I look at it. At the moment, he was arrested on suspicion of theft in connection with an earlier incident at the nearby co-op was caught on camera, reports the Manchester Evening News. And there's a picture of him. Oh, I can't see it. Why have they obscured his face? Why can't we see his face? His face needs to be on all the papers. Dear me. This man came running from the store, knocked my girlfriend over as he pushed her, trying to run away. This bloke went on to describe how it took 2 security staff to tackle the man and hold him down until the police arrived. A security guard tried to get hold of him, but he was getting away. A second guard came out and they got him on the ground. They let him stand up, but then he started being aggressive, so they kept him on the ground until the police came. My girlfriend was shocked, but not hurt. Terrible, isn't it? Absolutely terrible what people do. Dreadful. Andy, at 21, he should know better. The lockdown's sending people mad, I think, Chris. Well, I don't know why. I can understand. I mean, if you're locked in a small room, then I get it. I mean, I really do. I really do. If you're in a small room or a flat perhaps in London with nowhere to go out to or something like that, I do get it. It must like being in blooming prison. Awful. Some of these celebrities make me die. Who was the one? Someone I like actually on the telly, and disappointed with what she's coming. I think it was Ellen. Ellen, is it Ellen? I think maybe her and her girlfriend, they're locked up in a massive house, moaning that they can't go out. Massive house and grounds. And they're moaning. What about the people living in a small room? Ellen, she's American, isn't she? What about people living in like a tiny room in an apartment block in like New York on the 10th floor? That must be so difficult. And I get that. But people with a bit of space, like here, garden, I can walk out here into the forest, don't bump into anyone, really. No. I'm very lucky, as I know some of you are, but some of you aren't as well. Rachel can go anywhere. Okay. Yeah. I just make fun of it. I know you do, Don. I think that's the way to deal with things like that, my love. Make fun of them. I mentioned my dear friend, non-Irish Mary from Ireland. May she rest in peace. I mention her all the time. I know I do. Mick's locked in the house with Mandy. Please pray for me. No need to pray for you, Mick. No need to pray for you, my darling. All you need to do is do as you're told. And then there's no problem, is there? All this domestic abuse business, my personal opinion of that is if you do as you're told, you don't get beaten up. And if you did as you're told, Mick, you won't get beaten up. But you don't. And you know what that means, don't you, my love? Yes, it does. Regular beatings from Mick Davenport. That's what we like to hear on this channel. Regular beatings. There you go. She's there. Oh, not poor. No, don't even mention Sam Smith, please. He's just a attention-seeking idiot, which is a shame because he's got a great amount of talent. Attention-seeking idiot. Crying and wanting not to be called they. They is more than one person. What are you? Make your mind up. Well, I'm not a boy or girl. Well, that's fine, but you're not they. They is many. Stupid. Of course, all the unis go along with it, don't they? Oh, let's do that. Let's put that in law. Christ. Remember all these people in the uni who got these tin thing stupid ideas in their heads. They're going to be wanting to run the country one day. Oh, God. Awful. Good news at Audi. If you can avoid the fights in there. I haven't been to Audi for ages now, simply because I don't want to be mixing with people, as you know. But they had something out last year which sold out very quickly. You may want one of these if you've got a garden. I think it's a brilliant idea. What it's like for the environment, I'm not quite sure. Okay? But here we go. With everyone staying at home, this is in this morning's Metro. Anyone lucky enough to have a garden is probably spending as much time as possible in it right now. If you want to extend your garden time right into the evening, we have some good news. Audi is bringing back last year's extremely popular fire pits barbecue and log burners. Ah, there we go. Another £2 super chat arriving. You got the money today, haven't you, Sam? That's £6 now. Who said you was an idiot? I never said you was an idiot. Who said you was an idiot? Sam, who said you was an idiot? Name them and shame them on this channel now. Name them. If you want to extend your garden time right into the evening, we have some good news. Audi is bringing back last year's extremely popular fire pits and barbecues and log burners. The discount supermarket released the $49.99 fire pit, which can also be used as a barbecue, and the £59.99 log burner in 2019, and they were both a huge success, selling out online and in stores. Now, I must admit, I don't think I'd have one here because I am surrounded by tall pine trees, and if one of those went up, it would jump from tree to tree. We've had fires in the forest over there once a couple of years ago. It got a little bit close for comfort, to be honest, but literally the fire will jump very quickly from tree to tree and eventually got the whole forest going up. It's very frightening indeed. But these things are back for 2020, so you can pick one up to create a cosy lockdown garden. Has anyone got one of these? Like, not a barbecue. Have you got a fire pit or a log burner? And then where's the logs come from? Do you have to chop down a tree or do you buy bags of logs, I suppose, do you? Something like that. Don't know really. The outdoor log burner will keep your garden warm for hours. It is decorated. Well, you've got to sit around it, though, haven't you? I mean, you couldn't sit in the house and have it on. Unless you opened all the windows, I suppose. Just fill up with smoke, though. Would you get all this smoke everywhere? The fire pit is a stylish geometric shape. It's a lovely shape, actually. It's like a hexagon type thing. And it comes with everything you need to create a fire in your garden, as well as a grill, so you can turn it into a barbecue. The outdoor log burner, meanwhile, will keep your garden warm for hours. It is decorated with a black brushed bronze effect and has a compartment to store logs, so you always have more on hand. A description on the website says, picture this, a nice long summer's evening sat around your very own log burner, relaxing as you enjoy the warmth and glow of the fire. With an impressive design finished with a black and bronze steel effect, the outdoor log burner is sure to add something extra to your garden. So that's something that I'm sure one or two of you might want. I'm sure one or two of you will have one of those. You've probably got one of those, I would imagine. I think it's a lovely thing to have, but I'd be concerned about that round here a lot with all the... I mean, if you've got an open garden and no trees around, then okay. But in particular, like where it has been very dry here at the moment, I don't think I'd be having one of those going off. Although there's a load of rain coming. I think it's coming tonight. We're actually overcast here this morning. The sun's not out at the moment, which is disappointing, but I will be jumping on my bicycle to make my deliveries to the delivery box later. Jason, oh, what's this here? Jason, Jason's got his mum's funeral tomorrow. Yeah, may she rest in peace there, Jason. What hymns will you be having? Do you have hymns, or maybe she's not a religious person, which is okay, whatever she wants. We have music played. Would you be willing to share with us perhaps what music you're going to have at your mum's funeral, perhaps? And maybe the hymns, stuff like that? Well, I'd like to know, but I mean, if you want to keep that to yourself, it's entirely up to you. It's a very private affair of funeral, isn't it? May she rest in peace, though, to your mum. I'm sure you've got some wonderful memories of your mum, have you? I have of mine. Every day, several times a day, I just think of her. I sit there sometimes, turn the telly off and just look at her photo, and my dad as well. What bike have you got? Bicycle? Oh, it's old. It's just a pedal bicycle. I haven't got an electric bike. I keep looking at electric bikes because I have a little bit of a problem with my knee. Boys and girls, I'm going to do the raffle tickets. Please start asking now for your raffle tickets if you like one. Now, remember, from next Monday, I will not be telling you the name of the person who's won the raffle. You need to claim it. I'll give you the number, right? I'll say, okay, today's raffle ticket winner is whatever it is, okay? And then it's up to you to claim it. Your name will be written on the back, but I'm not going to tell you what it is. When someone claims the prize, I will let you know who that is. But it will be up to you to claim it rather than me to tell you that you've won. So as added excitement. You see how I give you all this excitement for no extra cost, boys and girls? How exciting is that? So go and get your little scrap of paper because I'm going to give you the numbers in a minute. The bike I've got, it's I think it's a rally. I don't even know what it is. It's just a normal push bike. It's about 20 years old. Yeah. But I have a problem with my knee, and sometimes after a hard pedal, I get really bad pain in my knee to the point where I have to straighten it out and I can't use it. Yeah. So I've been thinking of an electric one, but as times are at the moment, I can't. I can't spend a lot of money while we're down on the money at the moment. You could send me 2,000. I think you need to spend about £1,000 on a no. DJ Chris just recently bought one. I think he spent 900. He got it in a sale, but you need to spend about £1,000 on an electric bike apparently, a minimum. Don't buy a cheap one. I've been told not to buy a cheap one because the motor will fail after 6 months. You need one with a Bosch. Is it Bosch? Bosch with a Bosch motor, all sealed, and that will last you. But I'd like an electric bike. I'd need a £1,500 super chat. If you could send one of those, Sam, I'll be most grateful. All right. Let's see. Has Jason come back? Here we go. Jason, it's a 10-minute graveside service. Of course. Oh, how stupid am I? Of course, you can only have 10 people there. Even worse. Even worse. Well, I'm sure you'll be there, Jason. And your family will be there in spirit as well, won't they? Okie doke, boys and girls, let's do the raffle tickets. Gary Davidson, here we go. Remember, gang, write down your numbers because you will need your numbers when you claim the prize next week. I won't be telling you your names. I'm going to say that every day this week so that people know, okay? 393, Gary... Gary Davidson, 393... 393, Paul and Lou, 394. 395, Tony King. 396 for Gary Butler. 397 for... I thought I did Gary Davidson. Oh, hang on, I've gone back up the list. Idiot. Diane Jebb, thank you. 397, Diane Jebb. Sam Thomas, 398. Thanks for the super chats today, Sam. That's very kind of you. Thank you, Sam. Sam Thomas. There's our Sprinter van, 399. Has your fridge magnet arrived yet? Remember, things are taking a little bit longer. Just wondered if yours had arrived yet. He won last week. I think you won last week. Is it Carl? Is it Carl? One man and Sprinter van. You get 399 this week. Make sure you write down your numbers, gang. Andy, number 400. Rachel, 401. Sean Pye, 402. Now, don't forget, there's an extra draw this week, okay, on Thursday. And Thursday, but that'll be the last time I tell you who the winner is, okay? I think I will be telling you the winner is who on the Super Draws, because otherwise you'd have a whole load of tickets waiting, wouldn't you? So we'll do that. But not on the weekly one. So Sean Pye. Claire, thank you, Claire. 403 for Claire. Mandy, 404. Terry Turner, 405. Morning, Terry. 406 for Michael Lawrence. Thanks for your email, Terry. I'm going to reply to that a little bit later this afternoon, my darlings, all right? Michael Lawrence, 496. Peter Wright, Michael Lawrence, 406. Peter Wright, 407. Jason Hughes, 408. Oops. Jason, there's Jason. Damn, where's that gone now? It's jumped. Jason, where's Jason? Jason. Dr. Gregorian, 409. Yeah, you could email yourself, couldn't? Okay, Michael, that's fine. I'll reply. If you email for your raffle tickets, I'll always reply with your number there, my loves. Colin K, 410. Colin K. Ross, 411. Mari, 412. You're with us live all the time now, aren't you, Mari? Which is nice, yeah. Fran, 413. I just done you, didn't I, Dr. Gregorian? Let me see. Yes, you're 409. 409. 414 for David Fryer. Alan Wainwright, 415. Thank you, Sam. Another £2 from Sam. That's about, what's that, about £6, £8 you've sent me today, Sam. Very kind of you, darling. Very kind indeed. Very kind. Terry Turner. No, Alan Wainwright. Adam the Plumber, thank you, 416. Sam Thomas, 417. Hello to Andrew D, who's in Scarborough. I love it there. Where are you going to Scarborough Fair? From Dad, Brian and I, staying safe and enjoying the show. Thank you very much, Andrew. Are you new? I think you might be new. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button there. All right. And Mick Davenport, 418. Micky, if you've emailed in for a ticket, I will reply to your email, but I don't do them while the show's on. Gang, I think we've got to the end of the list there. If I've missed anyone out, please speak now. All right. Meanwhile, let's do today's birthdays. Happy birthday. We've got lots of T's on the birthdays today. I don't know what it is. Happy birthday today to Tim Lou. Morning, Tim. Happy birthday to you. Mansur today is 37 years old. Tamkin Riaz is 60 years old on this Monday. Mickey Austin today, 54 years old. Jill Round, happy birthday to you, Jill. Ben Thompson today, 32 years old. My friend Thomas Gardner. Thomas is a Labour activist and he's a lovely, lovely chap. He's such a nice person. He really is. He's raising money for NHS charities. Always a pleasure to see your little face come up on my Facebook thing, timeline, whatever it is, Thomas. Tom used to come to the quiz night when we did the quiz at the Mayflower pub in Rotherhire. That was a great little place. It was an absolute nightmare to get to it. The traffic and the trouble I used to have getting there at night, and it did me in the end. But we had some good times there. Happy birthday to you, Thomas. I hope you have a day down there in lockdown. I know. Happy birthday, Thomas. Erik, oh, you won't like today's picture, will you? I'm sorry about that. That's just how it worked out. He's very, very Labour. Very, very Labour. Happy birthday, Thomas. Erik Mitchell. Good morning, Erik. Happy birthday to you. Bertie Fothering, hey, is 53 years old today. John Davidson is 54. And Robert Mussey Cowley today is 32 years old. Happy birthday, gang. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Twice, coronavirus. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Yeah, baby faces. I wonder what they'll all be doing on their little various birthdays today. Not as much as they usually be doing, my guess is. I've got one more story for you today. Rock, paper, scissors. Do you play that? What? Rock, paper, scissors. You know that game. Well, on the Sky News website, a key question answered by the courts was whether rock, paper, scissors was a game of chance or a game of skill. I think it's a game of chance, don't you? You can't be scareful at sort of knowing what the other side is going to do, I suppose. I'll come to your final messages afterwards. A man who bet big in the best of three game of rock, paper, scissors has been saved from his debts by the Quebec Court of Appeal. This bloke owed $517,000. That's £296,000. I think is Quebec. Is that Canada? I think it's Canada, isn't it? And was after losing to this bloke in January 2011, he was forced to remortgage his home to meet the costs, but the court has now written off his debts. According to Quebec law, any contract for a bet requires the wager to be based on an activity requiring only skill or body exertion. Oh, body exertion! When's the last time some of us had that? I need some body exertion. Requiring only skill or body exertion on the part of the parties and not simply chance. Furthermore, the bet must not be for an excessive amount. So, I mean, that would be considered excessive. The Court of Appeal had to decide whether rock, paper, scissors was a game of luck or skill. The original 2017 judgment ruled that rock, paper, scissors could, in certain precise circumstances, call upon the skill of the parties, particularly in the speed of execution, the sense of observation, or putting them in place of tragic sequence. But the justice ruled that the size of the bet was too excessive, finding the contract was therefore invalid. I call that lucky. The Court of Appeal has upheld this decision. So, blimey, all that money, dear. Imagine doing a massive bet, but people get off on that, don't they? People get off on like going to casinos and wagering. I mean, if you've been to Vegas, you'll see it there. Thousands of dollars spent on the twisting of a little ball on a platform. Wow. Don't do anything for me. I mean, the worry that you're going to lose, I don't know, $100, $1,000, whatever, pounds, whatever. It doesn't do it for me at all. No, thank you. I know what you lot are like. Just winning a blooming pen at my bingo on Sunday nights. All right. Let's have a look. Andrew, fairly new to your channel. Well, welcome along, Andrew. Fully subscribed. Love the show. Come after the dodgy brother-in-law of yours recommended your channel. Very dodgy. Don't trust him. Alrighty, thanks very much for joining us on the show today, boys and girls. I'll see you again tomorrow morning. Should be a little bit earlier tomorrow. We were late this morning. Should be a little bit earlier for tomorrow. And don't forget, it's quiz night tomorrow as well. 8 o'clock is quiz time on a Tuesday night. It's completely free to play. There is no prize, there's no leaderboard. It's just for fun. There'll be 2 lots of questions, a music round and a picture round. That's tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. And of course, our usual regular chat show in the morning. Have a lovely day, boys and girls. I'm off on my bike now, down to the sorting office to deliver your letters. See you soon. Bye-bye now.